Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Celestial Awakening. Thank you guys for tuning in today. This is the monthly love reading for the sign of Aries. Um, I had started this video before and I got my power went out. So that was squashed right after I had laid out the cards. Power went out. So I was like, you know what? I don't like reshuffling. I don't like to um, you know, redo the reading again because I feel that the first reading is usually the one that has the information or the message that needs to be given out. Or I should say the first spread. So that is why the cards are already laid out, you know, in this format. I'm using today my Gypsy Oracle deck. So we're just going to jump right into it. So far what I see is that you guys are going through, I feel like some of you are going through a separation. You're going through a breakup. And this has you in all sorts of ways. This is making you feel anxious. This is making you kind of isolated, kind of asking yourself why or what I could have done. I feel like you received a message or you guys had a communication or some type of argument that was just like maybe a lot of like things were said that probably hurt both of you. And you guys are now like it just got way out of control and into it has you now in a state of being that you're just like I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. I don't like you're hurting and that I can see. Like there's a lot of you got all these cards, you know, sorrow, the widower, you're in prison. It's kind of like when you're just shutting yourself out from the world, just kind of like in your own zone, trying to just see if there's or think about if there's anything that you could have done different. This was probably the universe and it was probably meant to go like that. Um, oh my God, I lost my train of thought there. I feel that there was a lot of, there might have been like, you might have been with, you know, a jealous lover who was kind of like possessive, kind of like on the defense. Maybe, your partner is kind of, and I'm getting the vibe that that's your partner right here on this side, um, that they were kind of like reserved or kind of like guarded. So it wasn't, you weren't able to kind of like break those walls down. So you're trying to like think like, what could I have done differently to kind of like just break that barrier? And and I don't, or maybe you were the one who is guarded and you couldn't like let this person in even more. And now you're kind of like, fuck, because you never know what you have until you lose it. So maybe this is making you realize, you know, the feelings that you had, but there's something that you're not getting over. And it's probably, what I'm getting is that there was a lot of verbal communications and arguing. And the words that were said just got to you really, really deep. You're not able to kind of like, you know, pass that or get over that. Um, you are, though, you're going to feel better. You're going to get out of this. And you're going to have it might be through a friend of yours, that maybe you need closure. And this friend of yours is going to kind of facilitate. You guys are going to bump into each other. If not by accident, then it's probably maybe you're both invited to the same party, the same event, but you're gonna have a chance to kind of talk it out, and just be able to communicate, be able to just put some type of what's it called, some type of closure on that, because you need it. This is something that's not letting you sleep. It has you thinking, 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 but you're going to be able to have this communication, or this talk with them, where you're going to be able to release everything that you have, and speak your truth and say what you need to say, so that you can get that off your shoulders and move on. Okay. um, for others, I feel that this is just, it's the end, that this is, you're going through a divorce. Some of you may have been going, or are going through the legal processes of it. And so you're trying to decide how you're going to partition everything, who's going to get who, what. Um, and you have your lawyers going back and forth, and you guys are going to be able to, again, come to an amicable separation or agreement. So that's what I'm getting. For those of you that are going through this, you're gonna feel better. Okay, you're gonna be just kind of like releasing, that's coming to an end, and you guys are going to be able to, yes, um, talk it out, and just kind of, come to a friendly agreement as to, or a fair agreement as to who gets what. So that's why I'm getting like the money, the things, but it's going to resolve itself in a good way, in a positive way, for both parties involved. So I'm gonna pull out some more clarification cards. I'm gonna pull out my Lenormand deck and see what else we can find out about this situation for you guys. And I apologize for my birds. They're really freaking loud. Okay. So, all in all, you guys are going to be able to kind of just get closure in regards to the situation. So, don't stress too much. Things are going to work out. And what more information can we get from this? Okay. Um, so, it's so interesting. I love when I get such opposite messages, because the whip is all about aggression, about, you know, um, what's it called? Arguments, conflict. You're kind of like just going through a really tough time, kind of like addictions, just very intense. And then the child is very it's joyous, it's something new. It's kind of like it's kind of like, all right, I'm free, or I'm innocent, and it's both extremes. And like I said, sorry, my birds are really, really loud. Um, but it's kind of like, I don't know if there was a lady, a third party situation that was involved, but this is like new trouble with a lady. So that I'm not sure what it means. Let's get more clarification on that. because that's interesting. So it's kind of like you guys are going back, or you're moving on from this relationship to another relationship that's just going to bring you, um, you know, more trouble. But I feel like this is more to do with there was someone else involved in the situation. Um, and you guys may be finding her, or kind of like having words with this woman. Okay, so you're probably still like feeling like, holy crap, what is this? And you're going to like hash it out, like kind of like say your piece and just be like, you know. Um, so that may be, you may get to confront, um, you may get to confront if this was a third party situation where somebody was cheating. Um, this lady, the cause of your troubles, you're probably going to bump into her and say what you have to say. So, and just kind of confront her and say your piece. And I want to see what else do we have in this situation. What else can you guys tell us in this situation? All right. So for some of you, there's a change. There's a new relationship coming in. You're going to be able, you're going into something new. So yes, I feel that this is kind of like you guys are going to be able to just talk it out, say what you have to say, and just kind of like get closure. But I don't see you and your person getting back together. So this is like, again, this is a general reading, so take what resonates. But for some of you, yes, you're having a new start. You're changing. You're going into a new relationship. So that's, something else to look forward to. Okay, and let's pull. You know what? Let me get my what's it called? I'm going to pull my Oracle of the Mermaids. Um, let's see what advice the mermaids have for you guys this month. Very interesting, very interesting. So this is, I think that what's bothering you the most is that you just kind of want to say your piece. And you want to get out, how you feel and your emotions, and just kind of just get that out of your system. And you're going to get the opportunity to do so at an event. Like I said, either somebody's going to arrange it, a friend of yours, or it's just going to happen by chance. But you're going to be out, you're going to be, know what you got to do, and you'll be able to get this out of your system. But yes, for some of you, you have new partners coming in. Some of you are going to be able to, you're going to find who this other woman is. Now, don't go beating her up and stuff, okay? So, just keep it classy. Say what you gotta say and keep it moving. Alright, sorry. I have a lot of cards over here. Right, and let's see. This is my lovely Oracle of the Mermaids. What advice do you have for my lovely Aries in this month of April in the line of love? Conchomancy, seashell divination, wisdom of shells. See if you can see it there. Okay, so let me pull out. I'm going to read you guys what it means, the full description. Just bear with me while I find the page. Okay. Okay, so for some of you, it says, just as crystal hold energies and messages for us, so too do these beautiful living homes and structures of the sea creatures. Each creature resonates with a particular energy, and by connecting with their shell, holding it, feeling its qualities, and understanding its connections, we can begin to heal a part of ourselves. And while we are all perfect and unique expressions of the God and Goddess of nature herself, we are also beautiful works in progress. Messages and healings from the natural world are empowering and freely available to us all. Take a walk by the shoreline and do a cleanup of any plastic or human debris you find. And once this offering is made, take another walk, this time with the intent to receive a message from the Sea Mother and the mermaids via a shell. Hold it and see what it has to say to you, and you may wish to return it to the shore, with thanks for its energy, blessing, and message. Instead of claiming it, you do not need to possess everything. Alright, so for some of you, you're being called to, you're going through a higher calling, or you may be going through an awakening process, where you're going to be able to, you know, get messages from nature, mermaids, and the sea. Alright, so thank you guys for tuning in, and I hope everything works out for you guys, and see you later. Bye bye.